Now, as I had mentioned an exercise or two back, we have a variety of values that we can use for the border style and also for the border width. So let's go and check those out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to throw in a little bit more CSS shorthand here for you. There's even more shorthand that we can use optionally when we're setting our borders. So the border property that I've set here, once again, I'm going to go and get rid of it. Well, let's see, what have we seen here so far? We've seen border dash top, where I'm isolating the top, or I could go border dash top dash, and then, for example, say color, right? This is longhand. I could do that for all four sides. I could also do that for the three different values that I can set, style, and also width, right? We've seen this before. We also saw this where I'm just isolating a specific side, border dash top or border dash bottom, that's fine. The other thing that I could do is I could isolate a specific value. I could go border dash color, full colon space, and then I could go black. So that's going to set black on all four sides, right? And then what I could do is I could go border dash style, and I could go solid. So that's going to set solid for all four sides. And then, of course, I could go border dash width and set, let's say 5 pixels this time, on all four sides, right? Something like that. Save it up, flip back over to my browser and refresh, and there we go. Now I have this 5 pixel solid black border appearing on all four sides, which is wonderful. Okay, now that's great. Now, what can I do in terms of setting values for all three properties? Well, I think color we're pretty comfortable with. Again, I can either set an actual named color like black or red or tan or orange or whatever I want. Or I can set a hexadecimal color value, for instance, going number sign and then maybe CCFF00, whatever you want. Now, what about the border style? Well, as I was mentioning, there's a whole pile of these that we can use. Solid is the default, the one that I've been using here. But we could go none. Maybe we're in a situation where a border has been applied and we want to temporarily deactivate it. You could go none. Here's another one. There's dashed. It's kind of a cool one. So I'll save this up and show you what that looks like. There we go. Now we have this dashed border. And by the way, when you're trying these out, make sure that the width value that you're using is pretty thick, maybe 5 pixels or 7 pixels, something like that, so you can actually see these. So there's dashed. What else do we have? Well, we could go with dotted. That's another one if you want a dotted line. And by the way, while you're trying out these different border styles, be sure to check your work in other browsers to see how they're going to render. What else do we have? Well, there's dotted there. There's double. That's another one you might want to try. So now we have this double line, this double border happening in there. Maybe I'll crank up the width so we can actually see this. Bring that up to 10 and refresh. There we go, something like that. So there's double. What else? There's groove. You can try that out. There's ridge. There's inset. And there's also outset. So I'm not going to show you every single one of these, but you're welcome to go and try these out if you like. Here's ridge. This is what ridge looks like. Let's try inset, save and refresh. And I'm not getting a change there because I have my border color specified. If I get rid of that border color and refresh, there we go. It has kind of this three-dimensional look, which to me looks a little corny. But anyway, whole pile of different style values you can use. Now, as for the width, what can we do with our width? Well, hang on a sec. I'm going to set this back to solid. So as far as the width is concerned, well, first of all, we can set a pixel value, of course. You could set a percentage. You could use centimeters, millimeters. There's a whole bunch of different units of measurement that we can make use of here for our widths. Or you could use an actual named width, like thin. You could try that out. Save it and then refresh. But again, I encourage you to test this inside your other browsers just to see the result that you're going to get. So there's thin. There's also medium. There's medium. And then after medium, we have thick. And this is the last named value that you can use. There's thick. But personally myself, I prefer using an actual pixel value so I can control my border in a much more accurate way. But it's entirely up to you. So there you go. There's a huge pile of different values that you can use when you're setting your borders.